Good morning. I'm in Psalm chapter 50 this morning, and there's it's a good. I would read the whole thing, but it's a bit long. But there's some good stuff in here. Just reading verse 11. I know all the fowls of the mountains and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If you read Job chapter, I think 38, 39, God sits there and talks to Job, and let's have a real quick look. God comes to Job after all the discussing. He says, "Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge?" And he goes through all these events about the foundation of the earth and the treasures of hail. Knowest, verse 39, verse 1, knowest thou the time when the wild goats of the rock bring forth, or canst thou mark when the hinds do calve? Canst thou number the months that they fulfill, or knowest thou the time when they bring forth? And it goes on. Sorry again about the shadow. Well, the unicorn, there we go, there's a mention of the unicorn in the King James Bible, but we won't go into that today. But anyway, God says here in Psalm 50, every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee, for the world is mine and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows. Look at that, verse 15. And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee. Why? And thou shalt glorify me. But anyway, it's a good psalm. What I did come by here is verse 23. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of God. Isn't that interesting? To he that ordereth his conversation aright, it doesn't say I'll give the salvation, I will show the salvation of God. And we see a picture of that in the book of Acts chapter 10. Now chapter 10 is, in the Bible, refers to the Gentiles. We could do a study on that one day. But in Acts chapter 10, we see the gospel go out to the first full-blooded Gentile, Cornelius. And remembering what it just said, to him that ordereth his conversation aright, he'll show the salvation of God. Look what God does with this man Cornelius. Excuse me. Acts chapter 10, we'll read from verse 1. There was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band. This is an Italian man, a Roman. A devout man, and one that feared God. Okay, good one. Good couple of good points there. Oh, there you go. I got Psalm 50, verse 23. A devout man, one that feared God with all his house, which gave much alms, sort of like offerings, assistance, helps, much alms to the people, and prayed to God always. Now, we won't go into a deep study. We've got 2 more minutes. But this man is not saved at this point, but he's ordering his conversation aright. Conversation in the Bible, in the King James Bible, doesn't necessarily mean the words that come out of your mouth, but the way in which you live your life. It's your conversation. But we won't go into that either. But he's ordering his conversation. He's devout. He's fearing God. He gave much alms. All of his house is on board as he's teaching his house these things. And he prayed to God always. And then he sees a vision. We won't go through it all. And it says to go send for, it says here, his prayers and thine alms are come up for a memorial before God. God heard that stuff. And God doesn't save him for what he did, but he's going to show him his salvation. And he says, send men to Joppa, ask for Simon, whose surname is Peter. And it tells him where to go. And then we know the story. Excuse me. Cornelius sends, and then God comes to Peter in a vision, and Peter argues with God. We won't go into that today. And as he has the vision and sleeps and then wakes up, the men come that are seeking him. And God says, go with them, don't doubt anything. Peter went down, and we're nearly out of time. Peter goes, Peter preaches, and then it says, where are we? He preaching the gospel, preaching the good news as far as he knows it. And then while Peter yet spake these words, the Holy Ghost fell on all them which heard the word. And they spake in tongues and magnify God. And we won't go into why that happened either. But the point is that through Cornelius, just as an unsaved Gentile, ordering his conversation, following his conscience, the Bible in Romans 1 says that everyone's without excuse. He knows there's a God. And he feared that God, and he prayed to that God, and he wanted to get right with that God, and God sent him a missionary to show him his salvation. And he got saved because he accepted what was preached. So anyway, to him that ordereth his conversation aright. I've lost the verse. God will show his salvation. Oh yeah, I will show the salvation of God. Anyway, little Bible study. Get into your word today. Go and give a read. Read about 3 or 4 chapters. It'll just change your day. God bless you. Bye.